Hi everyone, Spider-Man 1991 here on Dark Avenger Inc. Plus, where today I'm doing an in-depth review of Superior Spider-Man number 9. Dr. Octopus last issue, Dr. Octopus discovered that Peter Parker's memories have somehow manifested into a remnant of Peter Parker's personality, and he's fighting to regain control of his body. So Otto decides to take matters into his own hands by going into his mind and fighting Peter Parker in a war for control of the body. And of course, when Dr. Octopus enters Peter's mind, they're both pretty much mental images of themselves. Peter's Peter and Otto is Dr. Octopus. And of course, right when Dr. Octopus enters, Peter summons mental images of all his friends and family. Gwen, Mary Jane, Flash Thompson, Aunt May, Captain Stacy, Uncle Ben, Jameson, and they help him fight Dr. Octopus. But then Dr. Octopus, who also summons mental images of all Peter's foes, including Green Goblin, Rhino, Mysterio, even the burglar that killed Uncle Ben. And while this is going on, Dr. Octopus is pretty much erasing all of Peter's memories, like all of them. And he's going, and just as Ock kills people, it's like Peter instantly forgets him. Like he kills Captain Stacy, Peter starts to forget about Captain Stacy, and he kills Uncle Ben, and Peter can't even remember his uncle's name. That was just wow, intense. And then right when it seems like Doc Ock has Peter beat, Peter suddenly transforms himself into the Amazing Spider-Man, and of course we get a huge classic Spidey versus Doc Ock fight. But then Dr. Octopus transforms himself into the Superior Spider-Man. So then it becomes Amazing versus Superior, and of course they're fighting. And Peter says, questions Dr. Octopus's actions. He had to, he calls himself a hero, but really he had to kill a guy just to become a hero in the first place. And also, he's ruining his reputation, making people such as the Avengers not trust him. But Otto counters, saying that so what if people don't trust me? I'm doing good. I'm reducing crime in the city. People respect me, and also I was able to save that girl's life. And right there he questions about what was Peter trying to do with the helmet, and Peter kind of reveals that he was actually trying to destroy the helmet before Otto got the chance to use it, and he almost would have screwed up the operation that would have saved that girl's life. And of course it's a moment of weakness for Peter, and that's right when Otto gets control, and he's able to initiate the command to erase all memories of Peter Parker in Peter Parker's body. And so Otto beams out, and Peter is just left there dying, and he forgets, and he's just forgotten. And the last shot on this issue is Otto, still in Peter Parker's body, taking off the helmet and declaring himself free. All I can say is this was definitely a powerful issue. I mean, and I said this in my weekly review, but this is going to make or break the series for a lot of people, because I don't know, I mean, this is just different than Peter Parker dying. It's a good issue. I will say that. It's a good issue, good dialogue, but I don't know, watching Peter forget everything about Captain Stacy, Uncle Ben, then forgetting about himself, I felt really, really bad while reading it. It really is sad, and also I really think it's just a slap in the face, because I'm pretty sure when everyone saw Ghost Peter back in Superior number 1, everyone's like, oh man, Peter Parker's gonna come back, this is great, there's hope. Well, all that hope's gone. It really is. And the way, and the way the ending was written was that it made Peter seem like he was unworthy of being Spider-Man, and Otto was better. Yeah, Otto was better because he killed Peter and took over his body to become a hero. I don't think Dan Slott's saying that he hates Peter Parker. I'm just saying that right now he's trying to stick to his idea that, you know, because a lot of people are pretty much, because I'm pretty sure he gets a lot of demand ever since 700 and Superior #1. Dan Slott's been getting like tons of messages saying, bring Peter Parker back, bring Peter Parker back. So in this case, I guess he had to make it abundantly clear that Peter's gone. And again, however, this is comic books. Death is just a revolving door there. But I don't know. Now it just doesn't seem like, you know, there's going to be any possible way that Peter could come back. And of course, I get the feeling that they are going to bring Peter back at some point. Probably, maybe even around next summer for when Amazing Spider-Man 2 comes out. But all I can say is that this issue was very sad to read because, you know, in a way, it wasn't just Peter Parker dying. It was watching Peter Parker get erased. That was. And I really felt bad for Peter in this issue, watching him lose everyone that he cared about, losing his memories about them. I mean, this is a very powerful issue with pretty powerful stuff. However, I'm not going to drop it because Peter Parker's gone. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Really, I'm not, because it's well thought out. Brilliantly well written. It hits your emotions. Dan Slott. It's really proof that Dan Slott is an impressive writer, and that's why I'm going to keep reading this book. Not because of Dr. Octopus, not because of Peter Parker, but because I like the writing and I want to see where Dan is going with this. Because I mean, the guy obviously maybe he has a plan, maybe not. I don't know. Can't read the future. If I did, I'd be a millionaire. But still, I'm not going to get. Still, I mean, like I said, it's going to ultimately decide whether or not you want to keep reading this series, and I'm going to decide that I will keep reading this, because even though I may not agree with what happened to Peter, I will keep reading it because I do like the writing, and I do find this to be a very good series. Okay? And that is my review of Superior Spider-Man #9. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing to Dark Avenger Inc. Plus. Agree or disagree with my opinions, comment below. Thank you for watching. Spider-Man 1991 saying see you later.